a face-to-face interaction with the colleague teacher participants for the workshop course WCS 101.1x. I had anticipated some problems that people might face in connecting through AView. I can see on my AView panel that there are about 14 people who are connected. We have no clue as to how many people are connected on the chat session of the live broadcast of the AView session that is happening. I can see Y. Gholap and I can see Rahul G. Bisson. There are only 2 people on the chat, and of course there are 14 people on the AView. I must say that this is a rather pathetic turnover, given that we have more than 250 participants who have actually completed their survey and are eligible for the workshop registration. In any case, we will begin with interaction immediately. I would request all participants to be very brief in the first round, telling us whether there is only one person connecting from that connection or there are multiple people, and or if there are students. Later on, I will request you to submit the list of participants on the Moodle in a given format, which I will prescribe later in the day. So, let me begin by, I can't read this, can I have this here also? No, no, let him come. I can't read that. This is Margaret Engineering College 1031. How do I say? No, that's okay. So, what do I do? Select.
Yes, right click. Let's start in text.
I am starting interaction with.
Go to viewer. Double click.
Over to you, 1031. There is nobody in 1031. So, let us go over to another user. Stop interaction. I have to stop.
When you select second one.
So, I am going to 1048, Royal College of Engineering and Technology. Hello, over to you, Royal College of Engineering.
Hello.
Hello, please
Hello.
go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Our audio video is okay?
Yes, it is okay. We are not testing. Are you the faculty member participating in the workshop?
Yeah.
Yeah, please tell us your name and tell us how do you find this workshop? We can't hear you, your audio has gone out.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead, speak.
One minute, sir. I will call.
Okay, we will wait for your colleague to come over. Meanwhile, we will going to Walchand College of Engineering. Which is this? I think it is Solapur. I am starting interaction with Walchand College of Engineering. Yes, I can see people there. Over to you, Walchand
11
College.
people are there from us. 11 faculty are there registered for this particular course, sir.
Very good. Are all 11 teaching computer programming in your institute?
Yes, sir.
How many students do you have in a semester who learn computer programming in the entire institute?
Computer programming, there are different courses actually. It is compulsory course for first year engineering.
Yes.
So all 500 students are there.
Okay.
And for civil and mechanical electronics, we are having at second year also. CSCIT also we are having at second year level. So combination of the students are registered for this course.
Oh, I see. I am very happy that Walchand College Solapur has a large number of both registered participants for the workshop as well as registered students. Have you started interaction with the students? Are some students present here today?
Students are registered, sir, but right now the academics is going on, so they have not turned up here today.
Okay. Do you think that Saturday morning is convenient for all teachers and students to attend, or students may attend better if we shift it to Sunday morning? What is your opinion?
We can ask the students, but all the students may or may not come over here for at Sunday morning. But still we can ask students, sir.
I understand. In fact, any face-to-face interaction which is not done during the normal timing will not be easy for everyone to attend. Our primary focus here, of course, is to interact with the workshop participants, because this face-to-face interaction is an integral part of the workshop. So what we will do is we will leave the timetable for Saturday morning as it is now. But in future, if there are some students who are free and can attend, they should be most welcome. You seem to have a nice classroom where large number of students can also participate. I can see about 8 teachers here, 3 more are coming. Now while each,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
now while each individual teacher is participating in his or her own capacity, but wherever there is a group interaction, I would request the following, that one of you should become some kind of a local coordinator for the group of faculty members who are attending, and should maintain some kind of an attendance of the participation. This information should be maintained by you at your place only. Later on we will find out a way by putting up a spreadsheet in which the designated coordinator can record the attendance of everyone. Alternately, we can even put an individual survey. I will think about it. So thank you very much. We will continue this interaction. But before going away, I would like to ask one question. You are seeing the course material that has been put for the 2 weeks, and the 3rd week has just been released. Do you think that the pace of covering material is okay, or do you think that your students generally do these basic concepts of sequential execution, conditional execution and iteration control in more than 3 weeks?
Could you repeat, please? Hello? Let me please repeat the question. We are not able to hear, sir.
Yeah, okay. The question was that the course for students is going on, as you know, and we are putting exactly the identical material on IIT Bombay X as well. So in that sense, we want to have a feedback whether the pace at which the material is being covered is okay for the students, or do you think that your students do these topics in more than 3 weeks? Sorry, I can't hear you. Your audio is not audible.
Sir, the students are first year engineering students, so the contents are matching to the requirements. So it is fine. Because they are second year students, so we have the same contents.
No, I am not worried about content. I am worried about the speed at which they are being covered. For example, in the first 3 weeks of material, you will notice we have covered sequential execution, conditional execution, as also iterative controls. So, do students complete these material in 3 weeks or 4 to 5 weeks? That is the question I wanted to know.
No, sir, it is sufficient.
Okay, good. So we can
It is sufficient.
we can continue at this pace. Fine. Thank you so much. Please continue to interact. If you have any question, you can put it on the chat session. There are the people are just marking their presence. That's okay. Let me go over to Gunjan Srivastav. Yes, Gunjan, good morning. This is Phatak here. Over to you.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, please continue to speak.
Am
I
I
can hear
audible?
you.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, but there are 3 faces that I see on the screen.
Sir, our question is, sir, how many students do we need to mentor? Is there some minimum or maximum number?
Okay, this is the first experiment that we are doing in the country. It is not possible to predict how many students will register for the workshop in a college.
Sir, we are audible?
Yes, you are. I am answering your question. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? Please raise your hand if my audio is.
चैट पे कुछ आ रहा है।
I can hear you and I can see you. Can you hear me?
Sir, what is the minimum number of students?
I was about to answer that question.
Okay, that is our wish.
Yeah. So,
The second question is,
yeah, please go
if
ahead.
someone is engaged somewhere, sir, can I send through chat?
Yes, you can, but I have heard the question. Can you hear me first of all? If I am audible, please raise your hand.
As class उनको भी ले रहे हैं ना है ना sir if a faculty has a class if a faculty has a class in interaction section what he or she will be doing.
Okay, I have noted down the questions. So let me answer all the questions that you have raised. I am assuming that you can hear me. Number 1, the number of students to be mentored cannot be predicted because no one knows how many students from a particular college have registered for this workshop, have registered for the actual course. Now obviously if there is no student from your college who has registered for the CS 101.1x course, then there is nobody you can physically mentor in your college. That is understood. If there are 100 students, then all 100 will have to be mentored. So physically interacting with the students for mentoring them is a desirable feature, is not a mandatory requirement. If there are no students from your college who are registered for the course, you will not be able to mentor anybody personally, which is okay. But you will have to do some other work to compensate for this lack of personal mentoring that you would be able to do. I will prescribe that work later. Secondly, if there is a person who is not free during the face-to-face interaction, I had presumed that Saturday is a holiday and therefore Saturday mornings would be free. If that is not so, we will probably change this interaction to a Sunday morning where there will be no classes normally. But presently what we will do is, we will stipulate that please inform the other teachers who have a class Saturday morning to view the entire interaction session of 2 hours, which we will be putting up on the website. There will be a link given on the Moodle and link also given on the workshop course on IIT Bombay X. This will take about 2 to 3 days. We will notify people when we put up this recording, and they should be able to see the entire recording at their spare time. We will continue the interaction with the next person in line, which is Kuntal Patel. I can see you. Are you Kuntal Patel? Good morning. Over to you.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, first of all, congratulations, sir. And I had certain information related to this course.
Yes.
From my college, there are more than 50 students who are attending this course. And sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Please carry on.
Yes, sir. Sir, and they are from first year and second year MCA students, and they are interested in attending the content which is provided by IIT Bombay. So they are very much happy at this moment. And sir, probably we met at IIT Bombay on 1st of February in that principal meet along with Bipin Mehta, sir.
Yes. I remember
sir.
now, Kuntal.
Yeah,
Yes.
sir. Yeah, Kuntal Patel, sir.
Yes.
So, sir, my some important information related to this course are something like this. Students are very happy. They had already started this course to attend. Now, from my college, what I am doing is every Saturday in the morning around 9 to 11, all those students who are attending this course will be attending that one common session where I am solving their doubts. And today is the first session which I had arranged for all those students, 50 students. Probably they will be coming to that lab very soon. And where, first of all, I'll be giving them an introduction how to attend this course, because they are first year students. They don't know that how to enroll, so many questions they have. So in today's session, first of all, I'll be giving them the introduction how to attend all these session quizzes, how to go through those video tutorials, how to use this AView software. Now, one session I had already covered. Now, some of the students, they are little bit confused that what will happen to our quiz 1 score. So I had passed that message that don't worry, you will be getting best 5 out of 8, so no issue. So they are very happy now. And very interesting thing which I had observed, initially I offered this course to all MCA students, FY, SY and third year students. Now from third year also, some of the students had opted this course. Now they are basically interested that how the content is delivered from IIT Bombay and how IIT students are getting this stuff at IIT campus. So basically from all first year, second year and third year, they had started this course, and even I am very happy. I am going through this all the content, and the pace at which you are offering this course, actually it's okay for our students. I don't know about others, but they are happy at present.
Very good. Have they been able to download and install code blocks and simple CPP?
Yes, sir. We on most of the system in our lab we have code blocks, and they are using that tool.
Okay.
So no issue with code block.
Very good. What I will be doing
Thank
is,
you,
because there was some feedback from some teachers and students that they have some problem. Many students have never used some kind of an IDE earlier. So what we are going to do is, over the next 2 or 3 days, we will be actually putting together some illustrative program execution. I will be making small video clips of actually
Right.
writing and running programs on code blocks, which we will be putting up on the website as well. That may help some people who have confused. Thank you so much. Give my
Right.
regards to Vipin.
Sir, one point, sir. The animation which you had added, that is really good for my students, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
That Mr. Dambu, sir, Mr. Dambu.
Yes, the
Thank you, sir.
Dumbo has been my favorite character for last 30 years, but this is the first time we got animation made. There is a special team
Yes.
which has worked for almost 4 months to create that animation properly. I will convey your
Right.
congratulations to them. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you very much, sir.
Let us go over to Varsha Sharma. Yes, Varsha, over to you. I can see you.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please speak continuously.
Hello.
Do not stop, because
Am
I
I
can
audible
hear
to
you
you,
all
sir?
right.
Okay. So my question is what we have to do next and what we have to do, or whether we have to list the name of the students to some other place also, and means what we have to do, and whether I have to log in again for such sessions, or this is the only one.
There are two questions which you have asked. One is giving information about all students. There are many of you who have already submitted such a list. I compliment the enthusiasm. However, we would require the list of participating students in a special format. What we need to know is what is the email ID which the students have used while registering for the IIT Bombay X course, because that is the only way we can identify them. We do not have their full names, as many of you have submitted. So I will be stipulating the format in 2 days' time. On Monday, you can ask the students to compile that information in that format, and then you can upload it as a file on the Moodle. There will be instructions to that effect. Secondly, I wanted to know whether the pace of the course that is going on for students, which is also posted on the workshop IIT Bombay X thing, do you find the pace is okay, as has been confirmed by other teachers so far?
Yes, sir, that is very much okay, and we also go through that phase. And second thing is, sir, whether we have to increase the number of the students whom we are mentoring, or 7 students are okay.
I just answered this question in response to a previous query. Please appreciate that neither you nor I can control the number of students who register for the course. It is entirely up to them. There will be colleges in which there will be 0 students enrolled. There will be colleges which have 100 students enrolled. The point is not the number, the point is actually the activity. So as long as you have even 1 student enrolled, you can actually contribute in mentoring that student personally. But there are colleges in which there are no students enrolled at all, which is also okay, because this is the first time we are doing such experiment. So in such case where people have no students enrolled, we will provide for another alternative activity which they ought to do instead of personal mentoring such students. But if you have 7 students, it is actually a very good ratio, because then you will be able to attend to the queries of each and every individual of the 7 students group. Have you started meeting them already?
Yes, sir.
I
Actually,
hope
number of students who from our college, they are much greater than 7. But what I said is, the number of students which I listed as for the mentoring purpose, those are 7 only.
I see.
So whether I have to increase this number, those are okay.
No, as long as you inform all the students somehow, those from your college who are registered for this course, as long as you inform that mentoring is available for 1 hour a week, and that such mentoring sessions will be held in such and such classroom on such and such day and time, that is good enough. Mentoring by us is a requirement of the workshop, but to be mentored or not is a choice of a student. So if I am a student, I feel I need not have any mentoring, it is okay with me. So this is not like a compulsory attendance in a regular class that we have. It is a matter of choice by the students, and as many students who wish to be mentored, you should be willing to help them out. Thank you so much. Let us go over to Om Institute of Technology, Hisar. I
Hello, sir. Good
remember
morning.
a note from
Very good
Hisar. Yeah, over to you.
Yeah, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, our students are very excited to attend this workshop on computer programming. Our students are also enjoying a lot of concepts like pointers, memory allocation, sequential execution, control structures, looping structures. Sir, students are also doing many exercises. Students are also asking questions from their faculty members. Sir, all students know that IIT is the tag name. They want to attend this workshop. They are enjoying a lot. They are doing exercises. They are submitting some quizzes and feedback forms. All students are attending the workshop.
Very good. Since this is the first time I am seeing students in such a large number physically present on a Saturday morning, so let me wish them good morning and welcome. But may I request that you pass the mic to one of the students who is willing to comment on the course material and ask at least one question, any question.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Why not, sir?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead, don't stop. I can hear you, but I can't see you because the faculty colleague in the front is obstructed. Ah, that's better. I can see you now. What's your name, young
Now
man?
can you see me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now can you see me, sir?
Yes, I can.
Yes, sir. I am Amit from OITM. And sir, I want to ask about all the get functions that are used in C language, and what are their functions in C language and how they work. I want to know.
Sorry, which functions?
Should I repeat, sir?
Yeah, please.
Sir, I want to ask all the get functions in C. Like you can say that get ch and get c is also used, and all other functions about get.
Okay,
And what
okay.
are they used when during the programming of?
A good question, but I must tell you that you have to wait for this information. It will all come in good time. Please note that the course is proceeding like any other course proceeds in the class. All that we have covered in that course so far are basic concepts of handling sequential execution of instructions, handling conditional execution of instructions, and we have started to learn about iterative controls. We will soon be describing what functions are, and when we do that, we will tell you much more about the built-in library functions. These functions are categorized for different kinds of activities. For example, getC, getch and such functions that you name are functions meant to deal with character input. But there are large number of functions, and in appropriate time we will definitely let you know all the functions. Incidentally, while we are using C++ to teach programming, you will notice that in this part of the course we are primarily concerned with the procedural programming aspects only. During this phase there is not much difference between C and C++, except that instead of using functions which are called scanf and printf, which people find it difficult to understand, we are using cin and cout constructs of C++, which are much easier to use. So does that satisfy your question?
Yes, sir. I am satisfied now.
I can see some
Thank you, sir.
lady students also participating. Why don't you ask one of the girls to raise any doubt or give a comment on the course?
Why not, sir? Sir, students ask questions. Definitely, sir. Any other student? You can ask many questions. Any other student?
I can see a lot of girls sitting at the back. Yeah, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please continue to speak. I can
Sir,
see you.
why we use pointer in C language?
Sorry? Please repeat your question.
Hello? Why we use pointer in C language?
Oh, why do you use pointer in C language? There is almost a week long material on pointers, but that will come in due course of time. Your question, I appreciate your curiosity, but it is almost like saying that you have just joined a PhD program and you want to know how the thesis is to be written, which is to be written in the third year of your PhD. So the pointers will come in due course of time. We will discuss the notion of pointers very clearly, and when we do that, if you still have any doubts, we can look at those doubts. But since you have raised this question now, let me try to answer it in some very basic way. You are familiar with the names that we give to the memory locations. So we say A, B, C, sum, etc., etc. You have seen that material, right? Now what is a name? A name given to a memory location is a tag which is attached to that particular memory location. Now instead of a tag, if I have another tag, a number which points to the same memory location, then that number would be called a pointer. So pointer is actually nothing but a different way of naming a particular memory location. We do not deal with pointers because pointers are numerical values. We are more comfortable dealing with names which we can decide to be allocated or to be tagged onto particular memory locations. So right now please live with this basic example illustration, but we will discuss pointers very exhaustively in this course. You did not tell us your name, young lady.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes. We will go over to the next center. Siddhganga Institute of Technology. Wow, there is again a class full of people here. Over to you, Siddhganga Institute of Technology. They are able to see this.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you well. Please continue.
Hello.
Please go ahead. We can see you and we can hear you. Please do not stop after saying hello. Please continue to speak.
Hello, sir. We are from Siddhganga Institute of Technology. Okay, sir. So we are nearly 150 students, more than 150 plus students who have registered for this course. And one good practice that we would like to share was that to monitor the activities, we have formed a group on Telegram because that is what appeals to students more.
This is a very good idea. If you can share this particular initiative by writing a couple of paragraphs and posting it on Moodle as also on the discussion session of the WCS course on IIT Bombay X, that will be useful for several other colleagues across the country. It's okay.
Me? Sir, I have a question to ask. I tried using the simple CPP tool you have suggested in the video, and I tried to display my name on the screen, but it is not coming completely, sir. Is there any restriction for the size that we can use to display the things?
Okay, it's a good question. The simple CPP package was not designed as a complete graphics package at all. So, that is not the intention. I am very happy that you are attempting to do versatile things using that package. Please appreciate that the limited purpose of using that package is to illustrate to people the use of simple sequential execution of commands and repetitive execution of commands. And for that reason, we have simply used the turtle and the movement of the turtles and the drawings that the turtle does as a matter of illustration. So, what you are trying to do is you are actually extending the use of CPP for variety of other purposes which are done through regular graphics packages. Since it is not intended, I am afraid we will not be able to answer this question. For the purposes of this course, I will repeat, the limited objective in designing and using simple CPP is to illustrate the use of simple consecutive sequential execution of instructions and repetitive execution of instructions. This was designed by my colleague Professor Abhiram Ranade, and if you have seen his textbook, I believe we have given the e-book to all faculty participants. Sorry. So, if you see that textbook, it uses simple CPP for a very limited purpose. Towards the end, we will explore other things that the simple CPP package can do. As I mentioned, within the next 2 or 3 days, I will be putting together some illustrative videos which will give examples of simple programs, including some examples from the Abhiram Ranade's book on using simple CPP, but the usage is definitely limited. However, I must rush to add that I appreciate this experimentation that you are doing and continue to do these experiments, because there is no harm in discovering that something is not easily done. Thank you very much. We will now go over to Gajanan Walukar. Hello. Yes. Over to you.
Sir. Yes. Sir, I am Gajanan Walukar from Army Institute of Technology, Pune. Myself and other 2 faculty members, they are enrolled for this particular program. Along with few students also enrolled for this particular program. As far as the space of course, that is very good. We are getting the content thoroughly. No acid problem in that. At the same time, when you taught the concept, basic concept of C++, like concept like reusability, concept of reusability. So what student got from that particular concept is nothing but less coding is required if you go for the concept of reusability. Apart from that, why as a part of mentoring, I discussed with the student. I told them that if we go for the concept of reusability, our compilation time will also get reduced. At the same time, when you focus on the software development pages like design, coding, testing, and finally maintenance, so we require less maintenance time if you go for the reusability concept. So is that okay, sir?
That is not just okay, that is very good, except I would point out that it is too early for students to appreciate this concept. You see, the reusability concept comes into picture in its full force when you are talking about very large software. When we are writing 8 or 10 lines of code or 15 lines of code and trying to understand some very basic programming concepts, perhaps students may not be able to completely appreciate the notion of reusability. But it is good that you have introduced this notion. Later on, when we talk about large software, you will be able to tell them that, look, I told you about reusability, this is what reusability is. In particular, when we talk about functions, functions is nothing but factoring out a portion of the code which is required to be executed again and again and putting it separately as a function. So, I am happy you are taking these initiatives, but when you explain people these new terms, also tell them that meaning of it and its impact will be clearer as we go forward in the course and write large software. How many students have registered from your institute?
So from our institute, we'll get 5 students are there.
Very good.
And before 25th, we are expecting 10 or 15 more students.
As I said, the number is not important, but the important thing in this experiment is our ability to connect. On one hand, the online registration and online activity by the students which is happening all over the world in MOOCs, but we are trying to connect whether the physical teachers who are happen to be present in that college can be more fruitfully mentor these students to solve their difficulties, because that is something that personal attention is not possible in any massive online course. So I hope you appreciate this experiment. How many teacher colleagues are participating in the workshop?
2 more, sir.
Okay, good.
Total 3
Good, good.
members.
So I will emphasize again that the numbers are not important, whether there are 5 students or 7 students or 500 students, whether there is 1 teacher or 3 teachers or 5 teachers. I am very happy that you are participating in this new experiment, and in this case the experiences that you all gain with physically mentoring whatever students you have will be extremely useful for all of us together to define a new paradigm going forward in future. Thank you so much. Let me go over to my friend Vittal Kamath. I can't see Vittal. Yes, hello.
Yes, good morning, Vittal Kamath here.
Good morning.
I just wish to congratulate you first on this major milestone. Yes.
Thank you.
I am basically now representing Gujarat Technological University's activities related to MOOCs, and we have very good news for you that Gujarat Technological University has implemented or has taken up the IIT Bombay X platform to ensure that for the first time probably in India we have credits offered by a university for a course that's offered on a MOOCs platform. So all the 3 courses under the blended MOOCs model of IIT Bombay has been taken up by GTU, and we have a large number of colleges as well as faculty members as well as students under GTU who have successfully enrolled for this course. So they will be getting credits under the GTU. The internal evaluation will be based upon the evaluation carried out by IIT Bombay. So that is really good news that we have been able to merge, the conventional, platform with the MOOCs platform together.
I must take this discussion further. I must share with you and all other colleague teachers who are attending this conversation that the blended MOOCs where a particular autonomous college or university accepts the kind of evaluation online that is done and merges it with the local evaluation to actually give credits to the students has always been my fond hope for last 2 years. Incidentally, Professor Vittal Kamath, we were proposing to do this blended mode offering formally starting from this June to all autonomous institutions and universities in the country, but we thought that we will prepare the background for it. You have jumped the gun, so my compliments and congratulations. One of these days I will come and personally visit the GTU. I have to meet the Vice Chancellor, a very active and dynamic person there, and I am very happy that you are involved in this. I will separately write to you the details of the mechanism that we want to put in place, but the idea here is that every autonomous college or university decides on its own grading scheme and decides how much weightage to be given to the MOOCs online examination. So, we will be supplying to you the marks obtained by all students who are enrolled on the course from the GTU, for example, and you can do exactly what you want to do with those marks. You can take them to be equivalent of 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, depending upon what you feel. Additionally, what we have decided is that if you wish, we can conduct special timed examinations for such students which can be supervised at your end. So, these could be online exams conducted on IIT Bombay X platform, but let us say for a 2-hour or 3-hour quiz which is pre-announced time, and then during that time the teachers can actually proctor or supervise those online examinations in the lab, giving more credential to the marks obtained for that particular quiz. So, there are some exciting prospects, and I am looking forward to working closely with you and your colleagues to take this experiment forward. Thank you so much.
I agree, sir.
Let us go to Anisha KK.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Anisha.
Sir, my name is Anisha. I am a faculty in Amrita Engineering College, Bangalore. I am handling computer programming course for first year CSE students. So far in my college, about 60 to 70 students registered for this course, and since the last date has been extended to 25th, many of them are showing interest in joining again.
Have you been able to interact with any students physically for finding out what kind of mentoring they require and so on?
Actually, last week they had their internals, so they are just starting to participate actively in the workshop.
Okay.
So, we are planning to conduct a awareness class or give information to them regarding this workshop in the coming week.
Perfectly fine. Thank you
But
so much.
many of the students are showing interest in joining, sir.
Yeah, very good. We'll keep tracking the students. Because we have extended the date, there has been request from the student side that the pace at which the course is going is all right for people who were attending from day one, but students who join later, they need some breathing time. We may factor that in, and in the 4th week we might actually declare the 4th week to be some kind of a revision week, so that the large number of people who have joined late can actually catch up. Do you think that would be a sensible act? All right. Thank you so much.
Of course, that would be very helpful for the students who are joining late.
Yeah, sure. So, let us go over to Neha Gupta.
Hello.
Hello Neha, I can see you
Hello.
and hear you. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. So how many students do I need to mentor?
Oh, you did not hear the answer to this question which I gave some time ago. You and I cannot determine the number of students who will register for the course CS 101.1x. There may be 0 student from your college who has registered, there may be 500 students who have registered. Now, depending upon how you find out how many students have registered, all that you can do is, you can offer all of them that you are available for mentoring if they have any difficulty, and you announce a particular slot which is convenient to you, a 1 hour slot, and ask your college to help you with a classroom or something where you can meet them regularly and answer their questions. Assume that there are no students registered, no problem at all. Then you will be able to spend time on doing some other activity which I will describe for such workshop participants who have no students from their college, which is okay. You may have no students from your college registered also, it is okay. If you have very large number of students, you have to determine in what order you will answer their query. But what is important is, you note down all the questions which they raise, ask the students to type out these questions, have discussion amongst them. The idea is not conventional teaching where student asks a question and I answer the question directly. The idea is, if there is a group of students and one student raises a question, you first elaborate that question itself and ask the present students to discuss and solve the problem together. The idea is to force them to think to solve the problem, and you keep giving help. It is more like running a tutorial. I want you to help them to discover the solution themselves, because that is where learning happens. So that is one style of mentoring I would suggest when you have face-to-face interaction with the students. And of course, the second point, ask everybody to write down whatever question there is, and if they are able to come up with a solution, ask them to write down that solution also. Submit it on the course Moodle as a file. If we find it quite useful, we will actually be glad to post it on the course in IIT Bombay X itself, giving the credentials of the names of the students and the corresponding mentoring teacher who worked out that solution. So this is how we will proceed further. I will prepare a write-up on that. Thank you so much. Let us go to Sona Kumar. Over to you. Can you tell us about yourself and the
Good morning, sir. I am from JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida.
Yeah, please go ahead. I can hear you and I can
sir.
see you.
Sir, I am from JSS Academy of Technical Education. Okay, fine. Sir, we have around 10 people, 10 mentors have registered for your course, 10 faculty members, and around 200 students have registered. So, do we need to send a separate list or a combined list for the entire college? Like how many students have enrolled?
First
and
of all,
where we have to send the list?
Okay, very good question. I have not yet put up a notification of the format and how to submit that list, although I noticed that many teachers have proactively submitted such a list. I compliment this enthusiasm. We will require this list in a particular format. I will be describing that format on the course Moodle, and you will get a mail on Monday morning. You will have to compile the information about all such students. Ideally, it would be nice if the teachers divide themselves into individual groups of 10 students or 15 students each, so that they can be mentored individually. If you wish, because you have a very large number of students and a group of faculty members, if you wish, you can even have a common session for all students where all teachers are present and the questions and answers are given in a combined fashion. If you wish, you can have a combination of both, that you can have 10 to 12 students mentored by a particular teacher, and that teacher will maintain records of the questions that the individual students ask, etc. And once in a fortnight, you can hold a combined session of all the students where common problems that students have raised can be discussed. It is a free format thing. Exactly how you do mentoring has to be decided by you and your group only. I will tell you one more thing which I wish to achieve. Today, we work in a system in which our colleges are affiliated to a university, where the syllabus is fixed by the university, the question paper is set by the university. So our job is reduced only to giving lectures and preparing students for those examinations. There is a major review that is happening of the All India Council of Technical Education, in which it has been strongly proposed that this system of affiliation must be scrapped. I hope you know that there are only 4 countries in the world which have this affiliated college system. In the rest of the world, colleges are independent and autonomous. So for example, you decide how to mentor students, you decide how to teach, you decide the syllabus, you decide the exam papers. Do you know which are the 4 countries which have this affiliated system of colleges affiliated to university? Do you know which 4 countries?
No, sir.
No. So let me tell you those 4 countries. Those 4 countries are India, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. We borrowed this system of affiliated colleges from England, which realized the fallacy and moved over to autonomous colleges long time ago. We are still continuing with this, and that is the reason why all of us keep looking at some direction. So somebody else has to tell us what should we do, how should we do, etc., etc. I am very happy that you have taken this initiative, but take it to its logical extent. While I may be able to give you some guidelines on how to mentor these students, but effectively they are your students, you are their teachers. Figure out whatever is the best way. We will of course give you guidelines, but it is not mandatory that you must mentor the students in a particular way as far as this workshop is concerned. The idea is to convey to you that online courses will become commonplace in coming years, and such online students will require a special kind of mentoring. Now frankly, neither you nor I know what kind of mentoring they will require. Okay, we are familiar only with the conventional education. So in this workshop we are all learning this together. I am very happy that you raised this question, but please decide to carry out the mentoring in the way that you feel is most effective. What we require is whatever mechanism you follow, if you decide to follow what we suggest, that is also okay, but you must record the happenings in each of these mentoring sessions. What happens is we are very good at doing something, but we are very poor in recording what happens. For example, the questions which are raised by the students are not written down. The answers given by us or the answers discovered by students are also not recorded. So at the end of the 1 hour interaction, everybody will feel happy that something useful has been done. But suppose 2 months later I was to ask you what exactly was the problem that was discussed and what exactly was the solution, nobody will remember. So what I suggest, and this is for all workshop participants here, is that continue to do mentoring in any style that you feel is maximally beneficial to students. We will give you some ideas and suggestions, but what is most important is you record every session what happened. It need not be an elaborate essay, but particularly if a problem is asked by the students, it should be recorded. If a solution is provided or it emerges through the discussion during that mentoring session, that solution should also be recorded. I would recommend that you might form a group of volunteers which are students and 1 faculty member whose only job is to record these things. So they should write the problem that was raised, they should write the solutions that were discussed, and they should prepare this write up, and they should include all the participants who contributed to that problem being raised and the solution being given, and prepare a document. Every hour that you spend should result in a 1-page, 2-page document of this kind, where one problem and its solution is worked out. Now imagine what could happen if this is done by 250 teachers week after week. There will be 250 additional problems and additional ways of solutions which we could all compile and make it available to thousands of students across the country. Don't you think they will benefit a lot by recording of such discussion?
Right, sir.
Right. So thank you very much for your initiative. Let us go over to Shubha Rao. Oh my God, I get a UCAM 4 saying please start your cam. Is Shubha Rao there? There is some problem with your video camera. I am seeing a static from the camera. Let me go over to Shikha Upadhyay. Yes, Shikha, I can see you. Over to you. Or you just disappeared. What happened? Shikha, I just lost you. We'll get back to you later. There is some problem with your bandwidth, I think. This is 10. Oh, yes, you are back. Please go ahead. Over to you. There is a bandwidth problem. There seems to be some delay problem with Shikha. I will request Shikha to send a question through chat which will get recorded. I will go through this entire chat session in the afternoon. Incidentally, this is also for all other participants who are asking questions through chat. We will go through these chat questions later and answer these questions through the Moodle or through the workshop course.